let's get started. Welcome, everybody. I really appreciate everyone that attended the installation banquet last night, either in person or remotely. It sounds like if we do it remote again, we've got some kinks to work out, but it was great to see everybody's faces, and thank you for coming and sharing with us. Hannah, we missed you. We said to send our love with Truman.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't. I was doing something with the Ecumenical Ministries of Oregon, a Zoom thing about anti-racism.
Gotcha.
I had to do it.
Important work. All right. Thank you, Dave, for putting up the flag. Let's do Pledge of Allegiance real quick. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Okay. So, Dick, would you do prayer for us today, please?
Invocation.
Invocation, yes.
Why, certainly. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you again for giving us the beautiful world that we live in, particularly for this day, a great sunshine. Be with us all as we struggle through this political time in our life. Thank you for the food which you provide for our lunch. Thank you for the friendship and the opportunity to serve our community in this group that we call Kiwanis of Redmond. All this we ask in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior and your Son. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right. Okay, we've got some guests today. Penny, would you introduce your guest for us, please?
Sure. We have Susan Visnack, Aldrin, and I'll let her introduce herself and say a little bit about who she is.
Hello.
Susan, are you there?
I'm here.
There you are.
This is Sandy Visnack, and I am just recently joined with Friends of the Children Central Oregon to help them with their capital campaign. I've been in Bend for living in Bend for about 6.5 years now, and I'm excited to help children find a new location. They have a location and a property in mind, and it's between Bend and Redmond, and have a wonderful new home for the organization and for the kids they serve.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for
I will be there on Saturday, October the 10th from 10 to 11. If anybody needs to have the bags picked up at their home, please let me know. I'd also let you know that this week, next couple of days, Logan's is having some kind of truckload sale, and you can get things like canned vegetables really, really inexpensively. My wife just came back and showed me all the money that she saved by spending. And so we were able to get that, but it was, some of it's like 50% off. So if you haven't filled your bag, please do. If you need a bag, let me know. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Any other announcements today?
Huh?
Dan?
Michelle, can I buy a free badge today? Is that what they're calling?
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Free badge today? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We haven't done free badge in a long time, and I'm not sure how that's going to work virtually.
Well, I know that somebody I can pay for it.
I'm sure we can make that work.
If you would like me to go afterward, I can do that too.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. Remind me though. Dan, if you want to unmute really quick, I know you had an announcement.
Yes. Jericho Table is this Friday, and I've got Truman and Hannah arranged. I could use one or two more people. Anyone interested in helping with Jericho Table Friday at 4:30? Okay, well, thank you.
I can help, Dan.
Got Amber.
Okay, Amber, do you know where it is, or should I send you a message with details?
Can you please send me a message with details?
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Well, I have something to ask. Are we having a board meeting October 7 after this meeting?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. Okay. Any more announcements, Josh?
Not so much an announcement, but a community service announcement. Yesterday, Amber Wilson was recognized as Citizen of the Year from the mayor. And directly behind her on that credenza, I see the key hanging on her wall. So congratulations, Amber. We appreciate you and all that you do.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so I know you guys have been waiting for this portion with bated breath, but did you hear about the ancient Egyptian man that launched a successful stone quarry business? Turns out it was a pyramid scheme all along.
Way to go, Rachel. Good job. Hey.
All right, guys. All right, so next up is our program. So Mike is going to be talking to us about the Redmond Kiwanis Foundation, that very secretive organization. So take us away, Mike.
I'd really like to probably start out with a little bit of a history of how the foundation was formed, and then tell you where we are now and what we're looking forward to as ways to maybe increase our foundation fund. The Redmond Foundation was established in 1966 as a 501c3 after the club had received a donation of 40 acres of land in Crook County from Joe Bottero, who was a member of our club. His vision was that we would build that there would be a children's camp would be built on this land. Well, that never happened, and the club was originally, the value of the land was $12,000. And in the end, the club sold the land in 1971 for $17,000. And that's where the foundation really got its start. Over the years, the foundation has worked in concert with the club. And it's kind of the brick and mortar arm of the Kiwanis Club, whereas the club usually makes smaller donations and donations to operations and activities. The foundation usually makes larger contributions to construction projects. The foundation currently has assets of over $500,000. It's kind of a combination of club funds plus scholarship funds and some special funds, and I'll go into detail with those a little bit later. In 1972, the Kiwanis Club took on the task of spearheading a new indoor swimming pool. And this is really, I think, where the foundation really got rocking and rolling. The old outdoor facility was at Ray Johnson's Park, which was located where the bypass is right now. And it was it was decaying and was really not very good, and it wasn't very useful. The kids couldn't use it during the summer. I mean, it could only use it during the summer. Between 1972 and 78, members made countless trips to view indoor pools throughout the Pacific Northwest to determine what were the good points of each and the bad points. They spent a lot of time doing this, and the estimated cost to start out with was going to be about $250,000, and they were at about $900,000 when the pool was built. And the Kiwanis Foundation board determined that it could not raise money fast enough. Well, actually, the fundraising was mainly via hamburger, chicken, salmon barbecues, raffles. We used to have a TV and radio auction, which most of the money went from it to the proceeds to help build the pool. Major donations that went towards the pool were the city of Redmond put in $50,000. The Bend Foundation put in $75,000. And anyway, short story, we kept trying to increase our funds, but as we were increasing our funds, inflation and everything else was outpacing the money that we were bringing in. The foundation had raised over $330,000 for the pool and spent $236,000 of that to cover the architecture fees, election costs, and the first year's operating for the pool. The foundation later appropriated another $16,000 to build the wading pool, and that totaled to $252,000. And after more than a decade of aggressive fundraising before the swimming pool was constructed, the foundation has since subsidized primarily on the interest from the $500,000 contribution from the club. The next major project was the construction of the football stadium at Redmond High School, the Don Rich Stadium. When Don Rich died, he was a member of our club and a member of the foundation, and we spearheaded the drive to build the stadium in his honor. The Kiwanis Foundation made an initial pledge of $25,000, and many memorial contributions were made to speed up the project. Vern Patrick sold seats for the stadium at $250 a piece, and then he engraved the backs of the seating railings for them and brought in another $60,000, and the club received another $440,000 in memorials. Because of the legacy, the foundation has supported athletic programs at the Redmond High facility for several years. We kind of took on athletics at that time as our main focus. Also in 1987, the club adopted Sam Johnson Park, and this kind of started a different way where we really, probably the last number of years, have spent more money investing in the parks throughout the town. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
Okay. First, when, as I say, in 1987, the club adopted Sam Johnson Park. And first we cleared the park land on which was donated by Becky Johnson. We put in an irrigation system. We built a small playground. And then we spent about $54,000 over that period of time. And then when we built the pavilion down there, the picnic pavilion, and then our next project really was the Legion Park, helping the Rotary built the stage and everything, but we supplied the seating. And with the high school and development team and a lot of labor and stuff, and we put $35,000 into the seating for the foundation, for the park. In 2010, the Redmond Kiwanis Foundation pledged $25,000 to the renovation of Sam Johnson Park, in particular with the city of partnering with the city of Redmond. The foundation increased that amount to $50,000, securing a like amount from the Kiwanis International Foundation and $2,500 from the Pacific Northwest Foundation. The club and the foundation raised nearly $400,000 of the $1.2 million expended for the all-inclusive Hope program, which was dedicated in 2015. The foundation has expended more than $600,000 over its life. Other substantial contributions include more than 30,000. You know, I lose my picture. I lost. Anyway, my screen just went blank. It's expended over $600,000 over the life of it. Other substantial contributions include more than $30,000 to Boys and Girls Club. Most recently, it was a contribution in 2011 for $11,250 to replace the roof on the club's facility at 15th Street. We've also given $10,000 to Jakewell Field, $10,000 to Redmond Sports Complex in 2001, $10,000 to the Redmond High School Band Program for instruments in 2004. The most recent Kiwanis Foundation donations include $5,000 to the Homestead Bike Pump Park in 2018. We partnered with the club. The club gave an additional $3,000. The project needed $8,000 to complete, and so we helped them get to completion. We also gave $1,000 to the Redmond Early Learning Center in 2018 or 19, excuse me. And our last one was $6,000 to St. Thomas Academy for their playground equipment, that was just given this last year in 2020. The foundation maintains 4 dedicated funds for scholarships and a legacy fund. It started originally with the Vernon Madeline Patrick Scholarship Fund, which was endowed by my parents. Where did we start? They started an endowment and about, I think they put in about $70,000 and to start it out with the ideal that each year we would give scholarships from the money that was generated from this endowment, and so it would be there for perpetuity. It's currently we've got it up to where it's $180,000 now that it's worth, and so we're giving out annually like $5,000 worth of scholarships. We tried several different methods. Several years we gave out a $2,000 scholarship to start, and then they could renew it for a year for $1,000 a year for the next 3 years. So it was basically a $5,000 scholarship. We have found that not everybody renews, so therefore we are slowly tapering it back. We're giving out $5,000 each year, but we're giving larger sums just one time. It seems like that way they're better utilized. In 2011, the foundation received funds from Robert S. Gill estate to be used for scholarships. Bob was a member of our club and had a strong desire that a scholarship for business students should be established. He donated, I believe, his house, and we are receiving the payments from it. But anyway, we've got a separate fund for it. The Don Lee family started a music scholarship in honor of Nancy Lee, and is named for Glenn Swearigan, that was the longtime music director of Redmond High. This one has got a fund and a separate account for it. The foundation also has started a legacy account in the name of Catherine and Richard Keene. It was started in 2017. And if you read your newsletter, I think it was last month, Carl did a good write-up on the Keene Foundation Legacy Fund. The purpose of the Keene Fund is to assist distinguished youth in achieving their recognized gifted potential. The intent of this fund is that it is invested wisely, and the return will be used to fund assistance preserving its principle. The foundation is open to similar other contributions. I mean, if there are people out there in the club or other groups that want to start programs like that, we would be open to manage them. And I think they can be set up within the parameters of whatever these the person that donates the money to. The board at that time would probably study to make sure that was something that fit their guidelines and would work with them. Since the 1980s, the Kiwanis Club has been awarding scholarships each year to college-bound graduates. As I say, the contribution from the Vernon Madeline Patrick Scholarship Fund. The Hoodecker family has been giving $20,000 or $2,000 a year to the scholarships fund. The club has been giving us a stipend or a part of it to the scholarship fund each year too. And then we've got the Bob Gill scholarship funds, and then the last couple of years, Frank and Ann Graham have started a scholarship for a STEM student, and I think 2 years ago, Noah Van Borstel started a $1,000 annual STEM scholarship. So I mean, these are ways that other people have donated to the foundation and been able to use their funds and write it off and benefit our students. The foundation is governed by a 5-member board. Each year, the club elects a person or a member to for a 5-year term. I'm currently the chairman. Carl Bertry is the secretary. Gary Ollerenshaw is our treasurer, and Don Lee and Dan Tippy round out the board. The board is all the members of the board have been past club presidents, I think, which really helps continue on that legacy. It's people that have given to the club and have an understanding of how the club works. Currently, the foundation has assets of about 500,000, as I said earlier. Almost 300,000 of that are in the self-generating scholarship funds and funds that have been tagged for certain uses. It has over $200,000 in unrestricted funds. Currently, our income comes annually. The club is contributing $5,000 to the foundation. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen this year with COVID or whatever, but and then we generate funds from our investments. Looking into the future, as I say, I think we are definitely welcome and open to other donations. I'm going to send out an email form. Our financial advisor, Michael Bishop, gave me an IRA distribution thing as far as donating your IRA distributions to save taxes. Would be a way, if you don't need those funds, it would be a way you could support the foundation. It would be a way, maybe if you wanted to give a large enough donation, or maybe even start a donation and give so much each year to build up a fund that if you wanted to fund scholarships or other club activities, if you wanted to specify that. I think I'm open for questions. That's basically, where we are right now.
I got a question, Mike.
Yes.
Has your committee talked about another brick and mortar project in the near future?
We really don't have anything on tap. Most of the times, it seems like in the past, a lot of the suggestions have either come from club, the current club president, the current club board that's found something out there that they're really interested in, really want to support. Otherwise, if we receive a letter or something and stating what we really asking for funds, we would take it on. It's going to probably be something that's going to be in tandem with the club. I mean, both of us are going to have to support it, probably.
Earl, we can't hear you.
Can't hear who?
I gotta turn the mute off. probably just as well. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Like this is kind of just a follow-up, just a whatever. Let's say the club wanted to buy a facility for activities that we might get involved with. For example, our candy sale. So we have a site to sell from. Could we go to the foundation to see about buying something like that?
Yes, I would say so. What we were looking for, in most cases, is something that's going to be lasting. The foundation has really never ever given any money to operations and staffing. Our goal, if you look around town, if you look at the parks, and a lot of the parks and places that we've helped has got a Kiwanis symbol on it, because that was one of our things to start out with. We wanted something that we could hang a sign on when we got done and said, so people would know in the future that the Kiwanis Club in Redmond helped provide this, helped to build this, and supported it. And the city was really, I thought, very good with Sam Johnson Park and the other park, as far as including banners of the different clubs and people that have helped do it. I think we've even got a sign at the pump park, and that was one of the things we were concerned about, or hoped that they would give us some kind of recognition that would be there. So when people visit these places, they'll be able to say, oh, Kiwanis Club here is active. This is what they've done. I think we're open for projects. I think we have tried each year. It seems like we kind of bounce our minimum level up that we want to maintain in these accounts, so that we are able to produce enough income from them to help fund these different projects. If you look at the last year, we spent roughly $20,000 probably in the last 2 years, but yet we maybe only have gotten 10,000 back from the club as income. We don't have a lot of fundraisers we don't have fundraisers as such. It's really the club that's probably providing fundraisers. And so that's why we're looking at other opportunities, as I say, in the IRA distribution and stuff like that might give people that are in a position that they don't need that as income to survive on and want to leave a legacy, or they want to help the club out. That's kind of a way we were looking. We were wide open to any other suggestions of ways to increase our count, because I think by increasing it, then we're going to be able to do so much more when the time comes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I had a quick question. Earlier you mentioned that you provided some STEM scholarships, and was that to individuals, or were they to different organizations, such as a nonprofit organization serving youth?
They were to individual students. They were high school graduates. They were high school scholarships. We've got 2 different people that have decided, or groups of people that have decided they want to give a student that's going into a STEM program a scholarship to help them. Anne Graham and Noah von Brostro have both specified that so when our scholarship committee meets, they look for students that are going that way, and then usually award those scholarships to those people. In fact, Anne usually is on the committee and handpicks the one that she wants to receive her scholarships.
Thank you, Mike.
This is Penny. I have a
Any other
question.
questions?
Penny?
This is Penny. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Can you guys? Okay, I'm on my phone. I had to call in. I lost internet connection there. Hey, I was just curious if the club might be interested in inviting Friends of the Children back. Sandy, sorry for butchering your name earlier. But I was wondering if the club might be interested for a presentation on their capital project, and see if it's something that the club and foundation might consider getting involved with. I know that 50% of the children with Friends of the Children are from Redmond community and out, like, you know, in Terrebonne and the outlying areas. What are people's thoughts on that?
I would say definitely, you know, if there's a need in the community, then by all means get it in front of us and see if there's something that we can do to help. So I feel that we would be very favorable to hearing more.
We'd be definitely open to it.
Yeah.
Our end, yeah.
Great, thank you. I will follow up with Sandy and schedule that as one of the programs. Hopefully, it looks like we are booked through October and November. So I'll try to work with her and get something scheduled for December. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks, Penny. All right, any other questions today? All right, doesn't look like it. Well, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you giving your presentation today. You know, it sounds to me like the foundation is an excellent opportunity for those that are looking to do some legacy planning of their own. And of course, you know, a wonderful way to give back to our community. So thank you for talking to us about that today. All right, so I'm just going to wrap us up with the thought for today. So it's a quote and says, "It may be that when we no longer know what to do, we have come to our real work. And when we no longer know which way to go, we have come to our real journey." So, thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Rachel, can I remind you?
Yes, yes, please.
I'll be quick, guys. I know everyone's super busy, but I'm super excited. As you know, I got to talk to you, was it February, March, about Rimrock Trails. Work there. Let me just give you a quick little blurb of what we do. In 1990, we created a residential treatment program. We're one of 5 in the state of Oregon, located in Crook County. We've been there for 30 years. We've had great success. Fast forward 30 years, we are now, we have counseling clinics in Bend, Redmond, and Prineville for persons of all ages. So we've really expanded our services from just a residential treatment program to 3 counseling clinics. This happens to be our 30th birthday month. We were in existence in September of 1990, and we are holding our 30th virtual birthday. We wanted to have a big birthday bash, and even up until May, we were still hoping that there might be a chance, but as you know, COVID threw us all off. The good thing about it though is COVID can't stop good, and it can't stop our community. So we put together a grassroots virtual birthday party. We asked 30 of our most fiercest advocates, including Josh Werner down there, to hold personal fundraising personal fundraising pages on the Facebook. And we've had such great success for an organization that this is our first year of actual individual and business donations or fundraising. We are almost at our $10,000 goal. So first of all, thank you if you've participated. If you haven't though, today's the last day, and that's why I bought the badge today. The Rimrock Trails Facebook page, we do have a fundraiser going. Again, we're at about $8,780 right now. Also, you can donate there, or, and I want to throw this out, donate at Josh's page, because if Josh makes his $500 goal, Jenny is throwing a pie in Josh's face.
Oh.
Real grassroots, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. So anyway, if you're able to go on his Facebook page and donate $30. If you feel uncomfortable donating on Facebook, you can always do a secure online donation at www.rimrocktrails.org. Just let me know so that I can post it to Josh's fundraiser, or you're always welcome to mail to our business office in Prineville, check as well, which is also on the website. But anyway, guys, I want to thank the community. Like I said, this is our first year of fundraising. We've done a lot of grant writing in the past, but this is actually our first year of going out for alternative revenue sources. And so I just want to thank especially the Redmond community. You guys have really bumped up our child and family program. We have a program manager right here in Redmond that is making it the hub for counseling for young children. So anyway, super excited, and just thank you for giving me a few minutes. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you here again next week.
Good job, Rachel.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.